What is good, yo? What's good? What is good? What's good? Salute to everybody that came in, that's coming in, that's going to watch the replay. Salute to everybody. Haven't been live in a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks, something like that. But we're going to talk about it, though. We're going to talk about what's been going on recently. Recently. Uh, my opinion is about almost everything that people are talking about is different. Even though, I mean, granted, I haven't been watching everybody's lives and stuff like that. I really haven't been having that much time. But yeah, we had a nice night of boxing last night, didn't we? Very nice night of boxing last night. I always like when fighters go through adversity. You see more of their personality. You know what I mean? Like when Abdullah Mason got dropped, it was exciting. It made the fight more exciting. It made me see more about his character. Like for instance, I've never really been a fan of Danny Garcia. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just something about his, like, I really wasn't that high on him. He was good. I'm not hate on him or nothing, but I really wasn't a fan of Danny Garcia. He went through some adversity, with Lamar Peterson. He got beat up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But he still got wins. He was winning, you know what I mean? But how he exited his last fight, the first time getting dropped ever in his professional career, and he gets dropped and round ends, his father basically stops the fight immediately. No get back, no get up and fight, none of that. Like, it's different. Tells me a lot about a fighter. And for Abdullah Mason to get dropped and get back up and fight, granted he got dropped with the same mistake. It showed a lot about him. Salute to all things in the building. Salute, salute, salute. What is good with you, champ? It's popping. Salute to you, 704 Joe. What is good with you? Salute to you. Glad everybody had a chance to come in here today. Salute to you, Unc. What is good? Crush the Legend. TWT is in the building. What's popping, Bruce? Guys, what is good with you, young man? Salute to you. Mike Biggs Boxing. What is good with you? Salute, salute, salute. I'm on board with DB3. Yeah, I went to that fight, Von D Gaming. What is good with you? What is good? You saw that dog unleash on him. Yeah. Yeah. Like it meant something. You know what I mean? Like Danny went his whole career without getting dropped, and we seen what happened when he did. You know what I mean? For a fighter to get dropped in his career at this time, for him to get dropped, I don't think it's a setback at all. You know what I mean? But I bet he learned a lot. I bet you he'd probably be a better fighter now. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I mean? I respect that. I respect that. So shout out, salute to Abdullah Mason and the guy that dropped him. The guy with the shag that was in, he had the little shag. Salute. Salute to him. He came in there trying to get it. When he got dropped that first time, though, I could tell by his body movement he wasn't really right. But her dog gonna attack, and he stuck Mason again and dropped him again. Same punch, same shit. Not keeping that hand home while he throwing the left. Same shit. It was a good fight, man. That was the first stoppage of the whole card. All the cards went whatever distance it was going. You know what I mean? Salute to, I was anticipating the Keon Davis fight. I went to that fight. It was a long ass drive too. No bullshit. Them seats are mad uncomfortable. That shit up there by Busch Gardens, bro. It was a drive. You hear me? Seats was mad uncomfortable. But um Keon Davis, yes. I like this pro debut. You know, the guy that he was fighting didn't seem like he was a scrub. You know what I mean? He was trying to get him out of there at the last round, you know. But for his first fight, it wasn't bad. You know, you could tell everybody there was from Norfolk. You know, for real, looking around, it got places to eat, but it ain't nothing to do in Norfolk, Virginia. Like my cousin like graduated from Norfolk State, so it wasn't my first time being there, but it was a long time, and it hasn't changed. There's nothing to do around there for real, for real. So everybody was there. Like, yeah, it was mad people who was there. And Pusha T was in the audience, and Mike Vick was in the audience, because they are from around here, you know. But it was a nice event, and everybody, like I said, they loved all three brothers. Like the crowd was erupting when they did anything. You feel me? And they were eating it up. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all three brothers, yo. All three of them had a great performance. Not just Keyshawn. Keon Davis had a good performance, and Calvin did too. It was good. I liked it. I knew I was gonna like it. That's why I wanted to get tickets on the floor. It wasn't that expensive for the pre-sale, but oh my God, it kept bumping me out. There was so many people was trying to get tickets to that damn fight. And it was a lot of people there. Like, no bullshit. It was people in that joint. They had a smoking area. I ain't never seen that shit. Okay. I should have recorded it, but when you walking through like where the concessions be at, you know what I'm saying? They had a little exit. It wasn't a patio, but it was a patio style area, basically exit closed off, and it said smoking area, and you go outside and you smoke, and it had tables, and right inside, right outside, right inside of the smoking area, like right in there where the concession was the bar, like where you got all the liquor at. So needless to say, it smelled like everything but nicotine. All right. Number one. And number two, everybody's fingers was like this. All right. People don't hold cigarettes like this, first of all. So they were getting down and having a good old time down there in in Norfolk. Yeah, he was feeling good vibes. It was a good card. It was a good card. I started getting sleepy around the Troy Osley fight. People was booing a little bit. But the card was good, you know what I mean? Especially when it got to Mason, you know what I mean? Because of that adversity. And I already knew that he was going to pick up the card, meaning that he was going to get a knockout. I knew he was going to get a knockout. What surprised me was him getting dropped, not once, but twice for the same thing. But, bruh, I'm telling you, this is what makes a fighter. You know what I mean? And he handled the situation nice. The way he was talking, sounded like he had no crackle in his voice or whatever. And Mason's always been a very respectable young man or young fighter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He never like rubs in losses or shits on fighters. He never calls people's name out and stuff like that. It's always like a really, really respectable fighter. So it being that, it was good. What you laughing at? Salute to you, Judah Vision. What is good with you? What's popping, pimping? Yeah. But the card was good. Now, I want to talk about Keyshawn Davis. Okay. I want to talk about Keyshawn. I need participation from the chat. Okay. Now, tell me if I'm wrong or right. Salute to TD Sports, Bronx in the building. What is good with you? If Tank Davis fought Keyshawn Davis next, he'll be a cherry pick. At any time in Tank's career, if you fought Keyshawn Davis, he'll be a cherry pick. Am I wrong for saying that? Is that a right statement or wrong statement? Keyshawn Davis has 12 fights. Somebody else was walking around with 11 fights, and they was acting like they was the best thing since sliced bread. His name was Lomachenko. He has 11 fights. Now has 12. And people, the switch up is crazy. Now, I already knew, I said during my my video that I was picking Keyshawn to win the fight. In obvious fashion to me, I'm not the same group of people that believes that when a fighter comes in overweight, they have some huge advantage. Only if you're like a heavyweight or something like that. But depending on how you gain that weight or how you're holding that weight or what that weight is actually made of, if you understand what I'm saying. Could be water weight, fat, or muscle, something in between. Depending on those factors, really tells me if the fighter really has an advantage or not. Because the fighter, that could be a straight up disadvantage. I'm not one of those people that think if a fighter comes in overweight, for sure that's an advantage or a disadvantage. No, not necessarily. It could mean that, but not necessarily. Still to just do what is good with you. What's popping with you, cuzzo? Still to Macadocious Mac of the South. Anytime in his career, he'll be labeled a cherry pick. If Tank fought somebody, it don't matter who it is, somebody with 11 fights, his next fight, he'll be considered a cherry pick at any time in his career. So the people that say ducking, stop saying that. The man wasn't thought about before he had this fight. You can't say Tank's ducking him immediately, first of all. Okay? But more than that, the man is not in this spot because of his talent. Like, okay, Lomachenko fought for titles when he was, had his first fight, third fight, second fight, third, fourth, fifth, something like that. This man has not did that. Do you understand me? People were saying that stuff about Lomachenko because of his fighting style, his backing, and the fact he had accolades at such as low mental fights. You know? I'm not saying Keyshawn Davis ain't good. I was the first person pushing his shit when he was 1-0. Remember? I have videos. I always say the East Coast runs boxing. I'm not hating on the man. Just being honest. His talent is not what got him here. He's good. Don't get me wrong. But the man's in the right place at the right time. If Lomachenko was still popping and not retired and still fighting and about to fight Tank next, if Shakur was still signed to Top Rank, if Tio wasn't acting out like a childish person and he still wanted to be on Top Rank, they wouldn't be pushing Keyshawn Davis. Tell me I'm wrong in the chat. Would he be headlining if those things were still true? If Lomachenko was still popping them and said yes to fighting Tank next year, if Tio was not acting out and still wanted to be part of Top Rank and was really about to fight a name next, if Shakur never left, they would not be pushing Keyshawn Davis. Now, if the man was doing this from straight talent, they will be pushing him regardless who signed to Top Rank. Tell me I'm lying. No, because it would be all about Loma. Thank you. It was all about Loma when his friend Terrence Crawford was signed under Bob Arum. He can ask his friends. Ask Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford about Top Rank and Bob Arum. You're in the right place at the right time, son. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and I congratulate all of y'all brothers. I knew y'all was going to hit this shit up. But don't sit there and act like you supposed to be next. We're not doing that. We're not going to do that, bro. We're not doing that. Hold on, I think I missed somebody. Man, I'm just salute to you, Jeff Sparks. There you are. What is good with you, King? I see you. Yes, Loma needs to get out of here. He needs to get out. He needs to get on a good foot or get out of here. Top Rank giving him that push. Yes, he is. Yes, this is Bob Arum. Top Rank is doing this for you. They're doing this for you. This is not because you're such a great fighter. Trust me. You good. I'm not saying the man ain't good. I bought tickets to his fight, and I bought tickets immediately. You understand me? And I still kept getting booted out and got nosebleed seats. I'm telling the truth here. It was a great event. They love y'all. Absolutely love y'all. That's only if Lomo get off his high horse or get off of whatever he doing. Like, if you're gonna retire, retire. You know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn is not next. Okay? He's not next. If he was, people would be saying that after Tank whooped just the same thing that Keyshawn said about Lemo. So after I whoop him, then what y'all gonna say? What are y'all gonna say after Tank just knock him out? Listen, this is a good play. You understand me? This is a good play. Fighting somebody with power that's 5'5" and a half, same height as Tank with some power. I see what you did. It's a good play, Keyshawn. I like it. It's a good play, Top Rank. I like it. But nobody with a boxing brain thinks Lemos is on the same level as Gervonta Davis. Nobody with a boxing brain think that Lemos is on the same level as Tank when it comes to anything about boxing. Nothing. Speed, power, footwork, IQ, what? Skill, nothing. So, okay, you can knock out somebody that's 5'5" with the same power as you. Both of y'all had like 64% knockout rating. Both of you got the same power. He don't got Gervonta Davis power, speed, IQ, footwork. And he was loading up and lunging forward, asking for it. The way the man punt. Listen, Keyshawn Davis is a mid-range to outside fighter. The way he throw his punches is like that. He know how to fight on the inside, but he likes that mid-range on the outside fight. Bruh, you should have trained and knew that he was going to step back and throw the punch. He stepped back and throw a punch versus everybody he fight until his opponent calmed down and he fights them the way, you know what I'm saying? And he gets the fighter to fight the way Keyshawn wants to fight. But he does that all the time. Anybody that's taller with the reach, and that's me. Like, I'm a tall fighter. A tall fighter. I'm a tall person. And if I fought somebody that was shorter than me, you're getting a step back, 1-2, or whatever. I'm going to eat like Burger King. Do you understand me? If you don't have the footwork or the defense to deal with what I'm doing, I'm going to eat on you. Like, and that's what happened last night. Congratulations. He did what he wanted to do. That man wasn't in shape. He wasn't in shape like that to fight. He wasn't even mentally in shape to fight, lunging in the way he was lunging in. Good job to Keyshawn Davis for knocking him out. But exactly, it was Lemos. You can't compare him to Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis would have did the same thing to Lemos. I mean, salute to you, Miss Just Do is in the building. What is good with you? Cause Keyshawn. Right. Man, listen. There's no way that he can be next without Tank being called names. There's no way. And for this video, when he was like Keyshawn, he gonna be first. Hold on.
Hey Shakur, like I was telling Bud, either you or Keyshawn's gonna get tanked, so because the walls are closing in. So awesome. It's gonna be him though. It makes sense. He's closer. Big brother first. Absolutely. Hey Shakur, like I was telling Bud.
Bruh. Like he said, it's gonna be one of y'all. It's not gonna be both. It's not gonna be both of them. But no, it's not. It's not gonna be both of them. And my initial thoughts of seeing that video was confirmed when I looked at the comment section. Shakur looks salty as shit. Why you look so unhappy? I didn't even realize that was him in the other, because I seen him. I just didn't know it was him. I knew that was Bud because you could tell it was Bud because he had his hood down, and you could see his head, stuff like. I didn't know that was him when they was walking him out and stuff like that. But he looks salty, and everybody in the comment section said the same shit. And the reason why I feel like that also is because I remember this is the first thing that I thought. I remember when Shakur Stevenson knocked out the last dude he's knocked out, and then Keyshawn Davis was in the ring with his phone out, and Shakur called out Devin Haney for the first time. I think it was his last fight at 130 or his first fight at 135. When he called out Devin for the first time, Keyshawn Davis started jumping up and down and acting like a straight cheerleader. I'm not saying that that's what Shakur should do, because that's not in his character to do. But you finish saying what I'm saying. Like, I remember him jumping up and down and acting such as a character that people on YouTube was making videos more about him acting a fool more than Shakur calling them out. Even Devin tweeted that Keyshawn was acting like an extra ass cheerleader or something like that. So what I'm saying is I've seen how Shakur act when Bud get a win. I've seen how Shakur act when Big Baby's got a win. I've seen how he act when Keyshawn got a win before last night. He had that same energy. They were talking to Shakur and say one word. He was just holding them lips. I seen another video with him with his arm around Keyshawn. He was holding them lips again. And he said a word, not one word. The comments was hilarious in this fight hype short. The comments was hilarious though in the fight hype short. I had to keep it real. Salute to you, Tay Tay. What is good with you, the real queen of MMA combat talk? What is popping with you? Salute to you, GD. He ain't If Bob is smart, who knows how long he got left. Excuse my language. But if he's thinking of the future, if Bob is smart, he should save that beatdown for later on in his life, on his career. Anytime you want to throw, if you want to throw Keyshawn away, it shouldn't be at 12 fights. That's all I'm saying. Because he's not beating Gervonta Davis. If y'all really think that him knocking out somebody that came in, blew up, the man fight at 140 and didn't even make 140. He was not in shape. What are y'all talking about? Y'all acting like he gained all of that muscle and came in at 141 with more muscle, and then went in there just throwing his body, his chin wide open, exposed because he's throwing a punch at Keyshawn Davis over and over and over again. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. What's going to happen if, I'm not saying this is true, but what's going to happen if Lemos came out that he took Ostring? Huh? If it came out that Lemos took Ostring, what y'all gonna do? I just don't believe the same shit. I don't believe the same shit that people believe. I don't think he was. Yeah, he cheated for coming in that big, and it was fucked up. That's not boxing, but that shit wasn't no advantage for him. The way he fought wasn't even an advantage, regardless of what he was on, how much weight he gained. His fighting style got him knocked out. He said Andy Cruz has nothing to offer him. He's going for a title. While Andy Cruz is doing nothing. Andy Cruz, bruh, honestly, to be honest, Keyshawn has done enough that he don't really have to deal with nobody that's under him right now. He can go for the actual B-level fighters. He can go for the B-level fighters right now. You know what I'm saying? I would say fight the guy that he was supposed to fight, but he moved up to 140, which is Frank Martin. Come on. But it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Salute to you, Planet 616, 619. What is popping with you? The Yoshi fight. Okay, that's when he called him out at 135. Facts. Hit that like button. Keyshawn won't fight Shakur. Crawford calls them both his little bros. The whole he won't fight him and all of that, that's his business. If you want to do your career however you want to do your career, that's your business. In my honest opinion, though, like I knew people and hell, I was in low places at points in time. You're not gonna. I'm gonna fight whoever for money. This is what it is. I don't care if we, I don't understand the whole I'm not gonna fight. The man, Keyshawn got two brothers that fight, and he never said that he won't even fight his brothers. I heard the man say a bushel of times that he won't fight Shakur. I never heard him say he won't fight one of his brothers. Like, I don't. It's just a little weird. All of it is a little weird. But if you don't want to fight Shakur, that's fine. But bruh, hopefully that's one person. Hopefully Shakur is the only person you won't fight, and hopefully Shakur is the only person. I mean, Keyshawn's the only person Shakur won't fight. We're not knuckling up, and I'm not going to fight Mason, and I'm not going to fight this person and that person. You know what I'm saying? Help them get a drink of water last year. I'm not trying to hear nothing. Like all of it is weird to me. Y'all are. This is a sport. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying if y'all played basketball and both of y'all were centers, you're not going to be like, y'all just don't dunk on me and I won't dunk on you. Both y'all point guards be like, don't break my ankles and I won't break your ankles. That's just what it sounds like to me. This is a sport. Y'all are taking this shit personal. That's just how I look at it. But they can do what they want. Are people going to like it? No, but since when do they really, the fighters don't really care. They care a little bit what fans want, but they don't really care. Keyshawn did his thing last night. Folks just don't need to gas it. Right. Still think Tank. Yeah, he kills him, man. Like it's in every fighter. I'm not trying to hear what people got to say about all fighters are going to say that he did enough to deserve to fight because they're fighters. They don't want anybody to say to them that they don't deserve a fight that they want. They're always going to say, sure, you can fight him. Like, go ahead, you can fight him. They might say that I don't think he's going to win, but they can say they're not going to sit there and say no, he's not going to fight him. But for people that say though, the fans that the fans is saying that Tank and Keyshawn should fight, bro. Y'all should never fight in your career. I think you're easy work to Tank Davis, Keyshawn. I'm just being honest. You're my guy, but he's my guy too. And I think it's easy work. Like I'm not even saying that. Like they can fight, but I'm just saying I think it will never happen. It doesn't make sense. The man was signed to a 7-fight deal. Keyshawn Davis was not part of that. Period. Will he have room now that Lomachenko picked up his bag and left? Yeah, but Keyshawn Davis? And if he fought one and knocked him out, why would fans want him to fight the other? If if Tank fought Keyshawn or Shakur first and knocked one of them out, why would y'all want to see the other? It's not going to happen. Shakur's already part of that shit. They're going to fight next year. Unless something crazy happens, he's already going to fight Shakur next year. Like, I don't see all of this. This is what fans do, especially old media. Old media do. They get paid for this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Keyshawn got a lot of options. Gervonta Davis just isn't one of them. Do you agree with that, TD Sports? He got a lot of options. It's a lot of beat. It's a lot of good fights with his name on it. A lot of good fights in there. That man haven't even fought different styles yet. Like, you can't mimic Tank by fighting nobody and say you deserve to fight Tank because of the way you fought one person. That's just how I feel. Bro, you got 12 fights. No disrespect. You got 12 fights. If Tank fights him, real boxing fans are going to be like, that nigga's cherry picking, yo. Why you didn't fight Shakur? How you going to fight Keyshawn Davis before Shakur? I don't even understand that. Why would you fight Keyshawn Davis before Shakur? I don't understand that. Davis versus David fight will be fire. Yeah, it will be fire. Trust. Everything Tank do is fire. And if his opponent is lit, oh yeah. That shit gonna be, yeah. His opponent trash. Fan base down. Yo, it would quiet a lot of shit down if he came up on that shit. Right. It doesn't make sense to me. Both of them gonna stay there. When Shakur get that Tank fight though, I don't think he's gonna stay there because it's, in my opinion, I think he'll be more comfortable at a bigger weight. I think that guy's bigger than what people think he is. He just makes weight good. He go chunky in the shoulders. Hold on. All right. My daughter got paper everywhere. My gosh. Gosh. Hold on, okay? All right. Oops. They can spar, but they can make money together. Idiots. Right. That's crazy. You can spar each other a bunch of times, but you won't. You ain't gonna do it on the big stage though. We ain't gonna do it for real. Yeah, I think he will fight him the same way. In the beginning until like Tank land on him. But I think he'll fight him the same way. Just walking straight in, pressuring him. I think Frank knockout percentage is higher. See, I mean, bro, you got 12 fights. That shit looked like it did nothing to Tank the whole time when he fought Martin. You know, he's light skinned, taken from a light skinned person. We bruise easily. And he just had a bruise on his face. After all of them punches, and just like I said, yo, put on some gloves and somebody that that's your size and let him punch them gloves real hard. Telling you. Telling you. It's not like nothing happens. Like it's not like this ain't a video game. In real life, you go like this and block a punch, that shit, you still feel that shit. That shit don't feel good. Thank you. You still feel it. That shit does not feel good. Salute to you, Roderick Thompson. What is popping with you? Championship boxing channel in the house. What's good with you? Keyshawn needs to Andy. Yeah, I think there'll be a good fight. He needs to fight Andy Cruz. Yeah. Keyshawn versus Tank. Yeah, it's fire, but why would he do it, Big Boss? Wouldn't he? It would be considered a cherry pick to a lot of people, man. Maybe at the end of his career, maybe. And even then, if he fights Shakur and knock him out, why would fans want to see Tank versus Keyshawn Davis? Listen, we friends and listen, and you know, I was in a mental, I think what he said, he was about to kill himself or the mental institution or something like that. That's nothing to fuck with. That's nothing to play with, okay? And he said he helped him through that. That's awesome. But I remember this story before. Not to say anything's wrong or they lying about theirs, but didn't Rolly say the same thing about Tio? That he talked him out of killing himself? And then Tio turned around and said, you can get it. When a friendship gone, you can fight. All you need is some anger. This whole pairing up, and I was right about them not supposed to fight each other as far as Shakur and Devin. I was right for years. And then it came out that tape of them saying basically that, you know, if shit was going to get too hot, they was going to move up for Shakur and not fight him. Probably until a different time. I kept saying that fight ain't going to happen until 140 or 147. I was saying that shit since 2019. So this ain't the first time it happened in either situations. But it did happen a little different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that happened either. Like, it's lamos. How are you gonna? That's like saying he fought a Tank Davis and knocked him out, so he should fight Tank Davis. Bro, Lamos is not Tank, man. Like, name one thing that Lamos is better than Gervonta Davis in when it comes to boxing. Like, seriously. People be tripping. The same people wanting him to fight Keyshawn now be the same ones begging him. Yeah. It gets kind of weird, right? It gets kind of weird. Salute to you, Mike. What is good with you? Salute to you. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Salute to you, Silver. What is popping? What is good with you? I'm good. Beautiful. Absolutely good. I had to take some time out to make some money. That's what I like doing, man. YouTube don't make me no money. Plain and simple. This is why I rock with the First Lady. You keeping it a million. It's nowhere. I don't even know how else. I don't really understand where people be coming from. Or I mean, I can't jump on the bandwagon if I try because I don't get it. But salute to you, Macadocious. After Tank put Shakur to sleep, he gonna retire again. I don't. He better gonna go spend some money, like Devin said, go spend some of my money. It's like, no, I don't think Shakur like that, yo. I think Shakur ride or die type fighter. I think yo ain't gonna stop nothing. I think after Shakur and Tank fight, I think Shakur gonna be advocating to fight Tank again. Honestly, when getting Tank Davidson versus Shakur, I think next year we getting it sometime next year. That's what they agreed upon though, in front of one of the coaches. So that's what I'm hoping on anyway. Shakur is not a draw. Put him in there with Keyshawn. So you think I'm protecting Tank. Now, if you really want people to take this is just some advice. If you really want people, especially because you're talking to me, this is my channel. If you really want me to take that seriously, take the protect Tank out of it. And then we can really have a conversation in between two adults that like boxing. You understand? Y'all trying to protect Tank from killers. Now, I can be an ass and just talk about that and screw the rest of your question. But that's just a word of advice, okay? Now, what I'm gonna say is I'm not protecting nobody because nobody listens to me. It's 16 people in here. Open your eyes and pay attention. I'm just talking. It's a lot of people that talk about boxing. A lot of people. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm giving my opinion on the situation. Now, real boxing fans, regardless of Tim Bradley and the people that's paid by Top Rank to say certain things, they will think this is a cherry pick. If you fight Keyshawn Davis over Shakur Stevenson, regardless of what you think, Big Boss, a lot of people are going to say that he's cherry picking Davis over Shakur. That's what they're going to say. Now, you can argue with the people in the chat because I know I'm right. And nobody said Shakur was a killer. I ain't never said that. If you could look at my comments, you could look at my videos. Matter of fact, I made a video this month or last month asking people to make a video and tell me how Shakur beats Tank because I don't see it. Like, see, so just keep that in mind the next time you talk to everybody the same way. Like, I'm not protecting Tank. Ain't nobody listening to me. I'm just giving my opinion on it. Like, I don't think Tank loses to anybody at 135. Like, you can't come in here and talk me into believing he beats anybody. So protecting Tank, he can fight who he wants, like I said before you got here, because you didn't hear me say it. Because I only had 5 people in here when I said it. Only had 5 people. But he can fight him. And it'll be a firefight. But it'll still look like a cherry pick. You know how long people have been talking about Tank versus Shakur? You know how long people have been saying that Tank's a cherry pick because he didn't fight Shakur? And you're saying to fight somebody with 12 fights? Just because a lot of fans don't like fighters does not mean fighters can just skip them as far as fighting them. Shakur and Tank gotta fight each other. That man gotta be on his resume and vice versa. It has to happen. If he fight Tank, if Tank fight Keyshawn Davis, like I said, maybe his last fight going out of his career. I don't even know if you heard me say that. And you think I'm protecting the man. See, it's crazy. I don't know why people talk like that. Andy Cruz still has Keyshawn number. But Andy Cruz style looks difficult. And it looked like he can switch it up and do different things. The longer anybody wait to fight him, the better he's going to get. Just like similar to Keyshawn Davis. That's what I really believe. I agree. Yeah, gotta be realistic. Their relationship is just deeper than money in boxing. Their mom's close to 2. I think the emotional attachment stops them from fighting. Big Baby Miller was speaking about it too. Yeah, I'm just saying. They don't have to fight each other. Man, you already know though. I done seen men try to kill each other and they were brothers fighting for small shit. And they friends the same damn night, same day. They back to being buddy. Like, y'all are men. And y'all men that fight. So it's just different. Lamont Roach, Rolly Frank Martin is cherries. Lamont Roach is somebody that he's only fighting because Lomo said he didn't want to fight. If you can't agree with that, I'm going to kick you out of my chat. Because I don't agree with people that just say anything because they're having a bad day or a bad week or a bad life or just don't like light-skinned people. I'm not even playing. I'm not doing that. I've never been the type to go back and forth with anybody in my chat. Your opinion is your opinion, and mine is mine. And somebody that talk like you definitely ain't going to change my opinion. Sorry. Not sorry. Hold on. It blows me and it feels folks are saying he wish Frank Martin is going to beat Tank. Really? Really? I didn't even know they said that. It was a good fight and a good win. Salute to you, Queen. What is good with you? Key Alexander's in the building. Salute to you, Dr. Key. Yeah, I didn't know that people said that. Like, Frank Martin is the person that people was asking for Tank to fight for years. They just mad the outcome ended the way it did. So I do believe that people would say that they mad Frank lost because y'all kept saying the black fighter with power and speed and good footwork is who Tank's running from. And that's exactly who he was. And the bonus is that he was a southpaw. People say Frank was green, but they want him to fight somebody with 12 fights. Some people just don't like people, and some fans of boxing just don't like people. And you really don't really like boxing. You just fans of certain people. And because your person you fans of ain't popping, you hate on the person that's popping in their weight class. Like, it's elementary shit. It really is, yo. That's what people do that's in high school, for real, in middle school. Salute to LaMarcus Robinson in the house. What is good with you? You, let me see. Salute to you, Cuzzo. I see you in the Cash App. Definitely appreciate you.
Hey, Shakur, like I was.
Jesus. Let me turn that down. All right, hold on. Why does it keep showing that? Okay. Okay. Salute to you, Rosia. What is good with you? Salute. We now know why T.O. hates black fighters. That's why he on the screen. You figured it out. You figured it out. That's why he on the screen. And I said that in my video. He said T.O. Didn't he say he hate black fighters at least a year ago? And it been 12 months? He was like, top rank and keep all the black fighters. He knew they was going to push the shit out of Keyshawn Davis. He knew he was going to push the shit out of Keyshawn Davis and his brothers. He knew it. He knew it before we knew it. He was better than Tank at getting cooked. That's about it. So because you knocked out somebody that was a blown up junior welterweight, basically, because he didn't even make 140, bruh. He didn't even make 140. And the fight was at 135. So because you blew up, you knocked out a fighter that was lunging in at 5'5" and a half height. That was blown up. You did more than Shakur, and you deserve a Tank fight before him. Okay. This just tells me how overrated Richardson Hitchens is. I think Pyro's going to stop Hitchens. Hey, I like Hitchens, but it's a big possibility. It's a big possibility. TD. Oh, man. Yeah, some people he is. Salute to you, Jarrell. What's popping with you? Hey, the family thing, loved one in the house. What's popping? What's good with you? Tank supporters as a whole, no disrespect. Hopefully not. Hopefully a real Tank supporter, Shakur supporter, Boots supporter, Bud supporter should be support whatever they want to do in the sport and watch it. Like just picture football. The people that's fans of actual players that's in football, if they jump team to team, do you stop being a fan of that player because he's not with the same team? You can't say that you a Ravens fan no more. So like, how does that work? Like with boxing, it's so different. I don't understand. We still fans of a sport. It's still a sport, regardless of how gruesome it may be or tough it may be. It's still a sport. I understand what you're saying, and hopefully people should stop doing that. I think Tank has shown enough, and like I've heard a lot of arguments over the years when it comes to Tank, and I think he's shown enough to put all of the arguments to bed. Am I right? Like he's fought every style. He's shown a lot of different styles in the ring. He fought people that's bigger than him, his size, and smaller. He fought in 4 different weight classes. One, he started at 126, he fought at 130, became a champion, fought at 135, a champion, and fought at 140, taking Barrios's belt. Now, if any person that likes boxing can't respect Gervonta Davis in the way he beat Mario Barrios, I can't have a conversation with you because it's coming from a different space than I am. It's coming from love of the sport of me. I can't have a conversation with somebody that's talking because they salty or they hating or they mad about an argument they had with someone previously. I can't do it. I know what I see, and I'm not giving nobody the crown that don't deserve it. I thought that Gervonta Davis was the business in 2017 when I started my channel. That's why I said what I said about him, and I ain't never stopped saying it. The times when he missed weight and was looking bad, I made long videos talking about how disappointed I was. I'm a fan. I'm not no lover of Gervonta Davis. I'm a fan of boxing. And like I said, you can't be a fan of boxing if you don't like Gervonta Davis. You might not like his moves. You might think he's ducking, but what the man does in the ring, you can't tell me that's not boxing. You can't tell me it's not likable. It's not entertaining. He shows boxing science. He shows speed. He shows footwork. He has knockouts. What else do you want? A lot of people just mad at his character. They mad at what he looked like. They mad that he didn't get stopped or beat up or dropped yet. Like, can't have that conversation. I'm really talking about the love of the sport. But yeah, it's people that act like that, and they shouldn't, because Gervonta Davis has shown enough that he's gonna knock everybody. Ain't nobody beating Gervonta Davis. Ain't no reason to be scared or put him in any type of protection plan. He's the business. He's the goods. He proved it. Numbers don't lie. Just like they say, pick Lamont Roach, and that's a cherry pick. I see what you say. It's not a cherry. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's those conversation starters don't make me think you coming from a place that loves the sport. It just don't seem like it, because he did not choose Lamont Peterson. The man chose the best thing since sliced bread is what they call him. Best thing since pans with pockets. He chose Lomachenko. Now, regardless of how people say, Lomachenko was a cherry pick too because of his age, not from his last fight. He didn't look like he was a cherry pick from how he looked his last fight. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're going to give Devin Haney respect for beating Kambosos and becoming undisputed, you got to give Lomachenko respect for beating Kambosos, right? There's only, a year, 2 years? Wasn't that long. Y'all giving Keyshawn Davis respect for beating Lemos coming off a loss. Can't make none of this shit up. Keyshawn Davis, that little dude, still talking about I'm only 12-0. Talking about protection. Look at them niggas. Yeah, I'm only 6-0 and 7-0. He want to fight Keyshawn Davis. He want to fight Frank Martin. It was a good idea for him to be the man that he is today. I see it. You remember when he was making jokes, talking about he was going to fight Ryan, but he ain't going to put them dick beaters on him now. He was making jokes and laughing. He funny, though. He funny. Everybody at 135 need to fight each other. No excuses. No excuses. Facts. The same Frank Martin that changed Keyshawn Energy face to face. Yeah, same Frank Martin. Salute to you, Kettle Nectar. What is good with you? Hope you're doing well. Salute to you. You can't call world champions cherry pick. Shaking my head. It's so much wrong with the statement. But immediately you just have to say he didn't choose Lamont Peterson, bro. Like it's obvious he didn't choose. We didn't even know Lomachenko was thinking about retiring until Tank sent him a contract. Oh my gosh. Andy Cruz is in a tough situation. He's 29 years old. He's 29? He do look old though. He do look a little old. Historically, it's been tough to find Cuban fighters good fights. That's why he's fighting 10 rounders. He should fight all of Keyshawn leftovers if that's the case. And some people in between. Opponents being offered 10 rounders to get fights for Andy. Oh shit. They was hoping that he'll beat him because then the one thing that they were saying for years would have been true. Told you Tank was ducking a black fighter with good footwork that can pop. Told you he lost. So he just fought. I told y'all years ago. They wanted to have that live. In my honest opinion, man, Tank made Frank look like easy work. Easy work. And that song from Kendrick Lamar was so on time. That's why I made that short. It was so on time. Damn, I need to catch up. I'm coming, y'all. Jesus. I need to catch up. Yeah, you put them gloves on them. Sit to you, A1 Hoop Zone. What is good with you? Dominant performance. Tio doesn't know how to promote himself. No, he can't sell nothing. Can't sell a dinner plate to the homeless for some piss. For a jar of piss. Suit you, Jay Dixon. What is good with you? They hate Tank so much. They get behind anyone who think Tank can beat him. That is a fact. That's a fact. That's how they did. That's how they did Floyd. Loma had Hitchens holding for yeah, bro. It looked a little tough. Like he was tough. Tank had a better chance against Keyshawn than Shakur. Suit you too, Rich, Mister. I respect the belts. You basically saying that Keyshawn is easier than Shakur. I believe you. I agree there. Damn, a black man knock your father out. A black man is knocking your wife out. Tio is sad. Tio's sad dude. He biased towards New York fighters, and Hitchens be acting like a dick. Yeah, a little bit. And I like Hitchens. Like I don't know where all this came from. I've been thought Hitchens was overrated. No inside game and a diversion of he's a version of Devin Haney. I just thought he had more heart, but I might be wrong about that. Might be wrong about that. And he had more heart than what he did. You know what I mean? But I used to like Richardson Hitchens. Richardson Hitchens used to run with Tank. That's why I knew who he was. I used to like him. I mean, he cool. Damn. I don't mean to say it like that. I want to see all the fights. I don't like how people are held to different standards. Exactly. Don't do that. That's not. With all due respect, thank you. I'm with you, Ashley. Salute to you. Salute to you. Definitely appreciate you for coming in here. My fault. They just got up from a nap. I took one like an hour ago. No front. To me, Tank resume is not good at all, especially for the age 30. He never unified yet. Yo, honestly, I think his resume is fault of Floyd Mayweather. Now, I don't know if you know, but what's his name? Coach Calvin basically said Floyd never wanted to have a bunch of belts. He never wanted to be undisputed and stuff like that. He wanted to be a pay-per-view star. So that's like saying the man wanted money. You feel me? That's like saying the man wanted money. Suit UK _G_. What is good with you? Supreme Beast Boxing is in the house. What's popping? Yeah. A lot of people say Tank can't fight though, bro. I wish they wouldn't, but they say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to get my just due. Hold on, wait. Let me go back up to what you said. There he is. He said from jump he didn't want to be that. He wanted to be a star. Floyd Mayweather put him on the track to be a star, and he held up his part by, I guess, doing whatever he did, and Tank held up his by getting them knockouts and being flashy. So I think both parties got what they want as far as Tank and Floyd. It just turned out that it looked like he was ducking a lot of smoke. People think he was ducking Tevin Farmer. People think he was ducking Gary Russell. They think he was ducking Shakur, Lomachenko, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But you ask Tank at certain times in his career, he wish he would have fought all of them. And he said about Gary Russell at the time that Gary was calling him out that he wish he can get Gary and all of them in the room with no gloves and beat him up. The reporter said that to Gary, and Gary was like, he said that? I'm really in my feelings. Real talk. That's what he said. So, I mean, the man followed a blueprint to get where he got, and he got it. It was the price that he paid is that he was looking like a ducker, and his resume suffered. But since Floyd has been out of the picture, the man wants the fights that the public wants. So I can't fault him for that, but I do understand what you're saying. They called Leo too small, and he went up 10 pounds and fought Barrios, who looked like a damn monster, bruh. The people that I heard calling that fight at some point in the time, matter of fact, in the beginning of the fight, they said something like that went like this. Look how big he is to Tank. Something like that. They said a version of that. Like he looked like he was 6 foot tall. Like 158 at least. 160 in that ring. He looked big as hell, bro. Mario Barrios looked big. And you know, people don't even want to talk about how big Mario Barrios looked, but they was mad that I wouldn't say that Ryan Garcia looked bigger than Devin when they fought each other. Like, it's ridiculous. He doesn't fight black fighters, and he fought Frank at top 5 lightweight. Shit's tiring. Unified doesn't make you a better fighter. Kambosos was unified and he's trash. That is facts, man. And this guy that just fought and headlined in his town with only 11 fights and nothing. He never fought for a title in his life. Them titles that they put on him is some bullshit. They just hand that shit out. And he know it. He admitted to it. He hand titles out nowadays. He didn't fight no champion to fight for a title, bro. He fought and got that shit and got that backing with 10,000 people with nothing. Tio can't sell out $5,000 ball arena, 5,000 people. He can't sell it out. And he got a title. People say that he was undisputed and deserves so much credit. Ain't nobody give a shit. He was unified. People don't give a shit. That's why I said, people need to put that accolades is a dirty word. People need to put that shit to bed. You don't need no belts to be a star. And after people get their belts, imagine this. After fighters get their undisputed shit, they're going for money fights. Why is that? Why do they not care about having titles no more? They care about his money. Devin want money. I don't care. He could talk about, I want to be undisputed again. He talking about money. The man want money. Regis wanted money after that. Everybody gonna want money at some point in time. They ain't gonna be sitting back looking at these little fighters that don't have nothing make $10 million paydays while they sitting here with scraps because they got titles. Suits you, Cash Crypto. Kambosos is unified and got a clown nose. Put on everybody sits. That makes you great. Tank's opponent says that he's good, but doesn't say he's great. No, that his Tank's opponent said that he don't even hit hard. Hector Garcia got his lights turned out literally and couldn't see it, admitted that, and the fight was stopped. And he still said the man don't hit hard.
You can't make none of this shit. It's hate. It's hate. A champion is not a cherry pick, in my opinion, at all. Lamar Roach is a damn good fighter. He's a good fighter. Other fighters is saying it's going to be closer than what you think and all of that shit. They giving Lamar respect for what? Why they got to respect them? They're not even in the same weight classes. Neither one of them. Sue to you, Teach. What's good with you? Yeah, I don't think the man's resume is garbage at all. People are entitled to their opinion. And I understand why some people have certain views about Tank. But like I said in the video, people bring up those type of talking points because you can't say nothing about Tank's boxing ability. Let's talk about what he does wrong in the ring. I'm still waiting to have that conversation. What does he do wrong in the ring? I heard somebody argue with me about his foot placement. Foot placement. Foot placement. The man get knockouts, smaller than everybody gets in his foot placement. One fight can't make your whole career is a fact, but they love when Lomachenko's on somebody's resume. People don't want to give Tank credit for Pedraza. Check this out. People don't want to give Tank credit for Pedraza, saying, oh, that was such a long time ago. The younger you are, the greener you are. He should get more respect for Pedraza than Keyshawn got for fighting him now. What are y'all talking about? And don't y'all remember when Lomachenko was slicing his way through his career, beating up everybody? After Pedraza got knocked out by Tank, he fought Lomachenko and dotted. Lomachenko's face looked like a fucking slice of pizza. He had red dots everywhere. Every side of his face, up, down, was touched. He had stuff all over his face. He looked beat up. Okay? He looked beat up by Pedraza. Same guy that just went 7 and got knocked out by Tank. Tank don't get no credit. He gets no respect. And it's obvious. It's obvious to see. Shit is crazy. What I'm saying is that by going to fight Roach and not Shakur, everybody is saying that's a cherry pick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they want people to skip. That's what people been trying to get Shakur and Tank forever. But now, since he beat up Lemos, since he knocked out Lemos, he's supposed to skip Shakur and fight Keyshawn Davis, man. It's different. It's different, yo. Cash Sports is in the house. What is good with you? JBT is in the building. Salute to you, Big Supreme. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Salute to you, Slogan One. What's good? Keyshawn should fight Andy and only got a few fights. They both got a few fights. Salute to you, Victor. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate that. Hold on. Bandwagoners. Hitchens showed a lot of grit in his last fight. He bit down and got the job done. And I think he can beat Handy if they. Yo, I was saying that like it's a styles matchup fight. I think it'll be a very close fight, if not a win for Hitchens. A very close fight. Devin is good though. Devin got some skill, but I don't know how you're gonna look now. No, you ain't mad. You ain't mad, Teach. Resumes don't win fights, y'all. No, it don't. It don't at all. Tank's resume is looking good. Looking really good, though. Oh, shit. Hold on, wait. My shit is dying. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm charging now. Had the light back up. You know how your screen get dim on you. I think his resume is good. I'm sorry. I think his resume is good because, in my opinion, the people that people argue about can't beat him or not in his weight class. Like, that's how I look at it. I don't see him. I don't see anything wrong with his resume. Yes, a couple of names on it that I would want to see be on it, but he's getting there. That's what he wants to fight. He wants to fight those names. There's nothing else I can do as a fan of boxing but wait until the fights happen. But I think he has a pretty good resume. You know what I mean? Like Tevin Farmer, people say he's ducking him. Tevin Farmer will get washed. It's not one real person that wants to have a conversation with me about how Tank loses to Tevin Farmer. So why would I be mad about him not fighting Tevin? That's how I look at it. Like, I want him to fight Shakur. They agreed that that's going to happen. I want him to fight Devin. I heard through the grapevine he sent him a contract twice or once. Devin turned it down. He moved up. So, other than that, it's like everything's bonuses. Like, those are, I look that high. I think that highly of Tank. Like, it's really only two people I want to see him fight that he hasn't fought already. I already seen him fight. I don't even care if he fights T.O. Like, I think if T.O. fights a name, he'll lose anyway. T.O. don't want to fight nobody on purpose. You hear me? That's what Floyd went after. That's what Floyd stuff. Yeah. No, I don't really know that you back Shakur like that. Like, I don't even notice it like that. Me being a fan of the sport and Tank being promoted as the face of boxing, and the side is, and the A side is what's causing the misunderstanding. I honestly think he's not really being promoted as the face of boxing. That's not really, I don't really see that. Yeah, he said, and fans of him said, but old media don't promote that. Like, I think certain networks promote their fighters, period. Top Rank don't even promote Tank. So if Tank was really being promoted as the face of boxing, everybody would promote him as the face of boxing. Now, it's not really happening. You know what I mean? At one point in time, Canelo was being promoted as the face of boxing throughout boxing. I don't think Tank's had that. So I can't say. Boxing, the best always was expected to face the top opposition. So I just old school. No, I agree. I want to see him fight. Like, matter of fact, Big Boss, who do you want to see him fight? Just Keyshawn or who else? They gave Tank a belt. He didn't fight for it. They gave Tank a belt. He didn't fight for it. I think a lot of people have been given belts. I think they probably gave a belt to Tank probably in the beginning of his career when they was giving belts at. But I think he did fight for it. He just didn't fight. It just wasn't a championship belt. Is that what you're talking about? Like one of them interim titles and shit? Unifying and undisputed comes down to politics. Yes, and I've been saying this forever. Forever. That's why I say resumes shouldn't dictate whether a fighter should get a fight or not, because it's all viewed on if you're being pushed right. Like, it's all viewed on opportunity. If I had an opportunity, I probably would have been a professional fighter, or you fought in MMA or something. If I had the opportunity. Everything's based on opportunity. These fighters are fighters. Boots is great. That 20-some fights didn't have one opportunity. Lomachenko came in his joint with nothing but opportunities. One fight after another, opportunity after opportunity. You see other fighters don't get that same respect. They don't get the same opportunity to fight for a title or to fight a champion or to fight somebody that's on the A level because they push certain fighters. Like, I think there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that we just don't know of, so things happen accordingly that we just don't like as fans because we don't understand them. Salute everybody at that like button. Tank fights better competition and destroys guys. Why? These guys are going 12 rounds with weaker competition. I agree with that. A lot of people thought Ryan would beat Tank. That's a fact. A lot of people. But we see what happened. Now that he beat Devin, now the Tank is public enemy number one. You right, though. You right. It's denial because if someone punch you legally blind, it causes short-term memory loss. I would say you hit pretty damn hard, man. They hate the dial. I don't know. It's straight up crazy to be saying somebody don't hit hard. Like how hard-headed you gotta be. Like, does it hurt you on the inside that much just to say some honest shit that all of us seen? That's recorded, and all Tank fights got over 1 million views on. Everybody see, we seen it. We seen what happened. For excellent footwork, probably the fastest hand speed at 135. He's no Lamos. That's all I'm saying, bro. You can't compare Lamos to Tank and be like, shit, he did that to the dude. He was 5'5" and a half. Come on, man. Salute to you, Jose Diaz. What's good with you? Hope you're doing well. People know what time it is. Their favorite fighter got a fight Tank. They like being right, save face with all the capping. And let me get down in here, bro. Hitchens versus Haney be the worst fight to watch. I think it would be good, yo. I think they're not gonna jab each other to death because they both got something to prove if they fight each other. In my opinion, who's the best? Who's the best jabber in the business? Yeah, both hands. Salute to Talib Cunningham. What is good with you? Carolina and this biatch. Either Lemos through that fight or he really didn't train. I don't think he trained. Like, I don't think, bro, he didn't even make the weight class that he fights at. He wasn't putting on muscle for somebody to fight with 11 to fight. Bro, come on. He just didn't. He just got to check. They should make millions together. They should. They do what they want, I guess. Casual talking points. They hate. It's hate. It's a lot of hate when you use the casual shit when you're talking about somebody as skilled as Tank. Bud might fight Tank. Yo, he might get the check, right? We're going to see what's going on. We were amongst ourselves. No, you good. I got you. I think I kind of figured that out, Teach. I got you. Still to your Jab Jamboree. What is good with you, Act? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Hope all is well with you. Now y'all want to see Tank versus Keyshawn? Yes. Yeah, they want to see it, man. They want to see that shit. A better fight. Phew. What people? Tank gonna walk. So I think he'll walk both of them down because that's just the way. Like, I think Tank just got a lot of fighting styles, and I think he's gonna use whatever that they think he can't use. He's gonna mentally fuck him up during that fight. Ford can stop this dude, man. I don't know what's up with Ford. Ref needs to stop this dude fighting. It's not fighting back. Oh shit! I forgot they got the fights on right now. I think people just want to see Tank fight someone like Devin or Shakur. Yeah, that's what it is. But the thing is, none of them got each other on their resume. Devin don't got Shakur on his resume, and neither does Shakur that got Devin on his resume. So it's not like they fighting each other and Tank's the only one not fighting. I can understand everybody's stance if that's what's happening, but it's not. Like I said years ago, all of them in the same damn boat. You can't be mad at one and not the other two. Shit is crazy. Yeah, I suppose. You turn on the fight. The Godfather. Been doing this shit for 50 years. He ain't putting Keyshawn in there with Tank. Yeah, it's not smart. Especially if you got the other people that's talented around that weight class that got some smoke behind them, you know what I'm saying, that got some fan base, they leave in Top Rank. There's no need to squash something that you're building up and it's working. You understand me? That shit looked sold out, and everybody was screaming their name and shit like that. Like Robert Merriweather was sitting 2 seats away from me because of his auntie, and his and his grandmother. They was acting out, but they would sit like 2 seats down. He was sitting like 2 seats down from me. So I mean, it was packed. Like, and I was in the nosebleeds, and so was he and them. So it's working. Ain't no need to fuck it up. Salute to you, Boxing and Barbecue. How you doing? Been a little minute. Hope all is well. Let me see. Real quick. Anything else I wanted to touch on? But this shit's laughable until it's not. If he really made a fight with Keyshawn Davis, people will be calling him a cherry pick, ASAP Rocky. They'll be calling him a cherry pick if they made that fight. And I really think that's what people want. A lot of people really don't want to see Tank succeed in what they're saying he's not excelling in. They don't really want to see that. They really just want to keep talking. They really want to have talking points to talk down on him. They're not going to like him regardless because they like their favorite fighters. Tank ain't part of that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when somebody say you are, I would say, you're trying to save someone or put somebody in a protection plan, man, a lot of people be reflecting, bro. That's y'all people be on agendas to do shit. Seriously, like people be on agendas to do shit, and they expel that. They expel that on you. They think you doing the same shit. No, I'm not. I'm sitting here talking about boxing. No, I'm not. Doing all right, trying to finish mature. So get it in. Yeah, do what you got to do. Abdullah needs to work on his defense discipline. Nope. Yeah, he needs to work on his defense a lot, in my opinion. Especially getting hit with the same punch twice and get knocked down twice from the same punch is different. Hold on. But I think it's safe to say that whomever that says Tank can't box is clearly hating or don't know nothing about boxing. Bam Bam, being that he knows Shakur and knows Shakur is like one of his biggest fans because he says nice things about him. Every time they ask Shakur about Bam Bam, he's saying very nice things about him. He likes watching him and stuff like that. I'm more than sure Bam Bam knows that. You know what I'm saying? And because Tank is Shakur's ops, like he gonna diss Tank because Shakur disses Tank. Period. Like that's how I look at it. Saying Tank can't box, you know what I'm saying, and a fighter will box you out. You know what I'm saying? Will outbox him to a victory. It's crazy. Hold on. If you saying Tank can't box, and you think Shakur is going to outbox Tank to a victory, I really don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's given I don't know how Tank will lose to that fighter, but I like that fighter, so that's what I'm going to say. They say the only thing that comes to mind, Tank can't box. He going to get outboxed. No, give me say something real. How is he going to beat Tank? Don't be like, oh well, he's gonna get outboxed. Nah. Tell me more. Oh bullshit! Like the song from Greece. I need more. I need more than people saying that, Tank's short and he can't box. I'm tired. Tell me more. What the fighter got? Like, does he have a jab? Tell me more. Like, does he have a chin? Are y'all crazy? Everybody talk about how short Tank is. And Keyshawn did the same shit. Oompa Loompa, he a midget. He's short. I know what I can do. Tell us something we don't know. That's why I made a video about that. Tell us something we don't know. Tell me more. Tell me more. Shit. Can you jab? Like, do you have a jab? Tell me more. Tell me more. Shit. Get on my fucking nerves. Tired of people saying the same stuff. Or he can't box. The fuck out of here with that. Yes, he can. He knock out everybody. He's short and he knock out everybody. He box people too. We've seen it already. We tired of hearing the same shit over and over. Bam Bam should be ashamed of himself. But I understand why you said it. Because you friends with Shakur. So I get it. But I asked this question a while ago. Is it better for a fighter at 140 or fights at 147 to beat Boots or Tank? People looking at it, fans, y'all ain't getting paid. You're not. But is it better for the fighter in their career to beat Tank if they fight at 140 or 147 or beat Boots? I said that years, bruh, like at least almost a year ago, probably. It's always going to be better on your record to beat Boots. Like people put Tank on this big pedestal. If you say Tank, you're putting him on a pedestal and probably don't even give him respect for that. You probably don't even give him that type of respect. T.O. funny looking ass don't want to fight nobody for real, for real. He don't want to fight a soul. Yes, Cash Crypto. Entertaining fighter. Yeah, polished. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Tank's a better boxer than Shakur. High IQ, sets traps, is at the top of his IQ scale. I think Tank is that guy, like for real. I think he be eating no matter who he fight. He's entertaining and he make it look easy. You hear the commentators when they say it's like he scripts this shit every time he knocks somebody out. One of the commentators would be like, it's like he scripts this stuff. You know why? And I've been telling y'all this for years, man. Hold on, let me turn my camera back. I've been telling y'all this for years. Tank spars people in relax mode. When they get him mad, he bangs the gavel. He lays the hammer down. During sparring. Everybody hits harder with 8 or 9 ounce gloves on. No headgear. Under the lights, we fit. This ain't practice. It's like he scripts this stuff because it's like a sparring match, in a sense. When he want to put that hammer down, he chooses to. And that's the end of the fight. Like I also said, for the people that's calling him a front runner, and for when Tank admitted that it takes him some time to warm up, some time is never around. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about 2. If anything, you're talking about 3+ rounds. 3 rounds or 4 rounds is your warm-up. That's what's taking you your warm-up stage. If this man knocked everybody out in 6, you mean to tell me after he warms up, it takes him 2 rounds to knock damn near anybody out if you don't have no problem with his fists or nothing like that? Y'all really got to think about this. Punches hurt. These people are not machines. They're not video game characters. I know you don't feel shit watching the fight, but they feel that shit. Every punch that they block, they still feel it. Trust me. They feel that shit. When I was in middle school, we called it a frog. And you punch somebody as hard as you can in their shoulder, and your arm go dead if they strong enough and hit you right. Your arm will go dead. Bruh, I understand there's no knuckles involved, but these are professional fighters and their arms are being held a certain way, getting punched all in the arm and the shoulder. They blocking punches though. It still hurts. Tank is different. A lot of people was made to do the sport they're doing or the career that they're in. They made to do it. They been put on this earth to do it. Tank has been put on this earth to do what he's doing. Not to say that the rest of the fighters haven't, because they have. They made their point. God did. But he's made to be at the top of it. He's made to be the better fighter than everybody else. That's just what I believe. It's what I believe. All around demons. Yeah. Pootie Tang them. I gotta bounce the next fight. I may go to November 30th in Atlantic City. I was thinking about that. One. The Atlantic City fight in November. What day is that on? I will send you the link for the credentials if you're interested. Yeah, send that to me. What day is that on? Hopefully it's on a Saturday. I won't have to take time off from work. Yeah, it did came quickly. Tank is that guy. Second knockdown, Keyshawn got hit. Got hit too on the second knockdown. He got lucky. Limo saying had no precision. Yo, salute to Stick Talk Richie. Yeah. Salute to Dolores. I see you in the Cash App. Definitely appreciate you in the Cash App. Oh, I forgot. Korner being called out. Gervonta Davis, yo.
It's been innocent. Anyone can get it. So you lot who piped up beforehand, all you fighters knew I couldn't do nothing about it. Where you lot at now? Where you lot at now? Yeah? Javon Palumpa, where are you? Yeah, man, if you want to fight into the year, we can get it on, no problem. You think I'm playing? I'm here. If you want it now, you can get it. You can get it. No, you can't hide behind nothing now. You lot want to do a lot of talking. And Queen Ryan, where you at? Where you at?
Hey.
You need to let off the sauce. I didn't take no plea deal. I didn't pay no fine. Completely innocent, completely cleared. If you want it, you can get it. See all you Yanks, you lot can all get it. If you want it, you can get it.
Yo, that's not true. He was completely cleared of the eggs. Wasn't he banned or something and he couldn't fight for a certain period of time? Is he full of shit? Salute to you, I spoke about it. I loved it. That's the first thing I spoke about. To be honest, man, nights like this. To be honest, yo, when a fighter get dropped like that, it shows so much about you. It shows so much personality. Like I said, I never really was a big fan of Danny Garcia. I always thought, he was a good fighter and all, but it was something about him that didn't let me be a full fan of that man. And yeah, he took punishment when he fought Lamar Peterson. I thought Lamar Peterson edged that fight out and won, but he was winning. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hate on the man for real, but I really wasn't a fan of him. His last fight, he was calling out Laura and riding that man coattail and saying that man name for years. You hear me? Years, plural. He moved up and fought Laura, and the first time he get knocked out, he didn't show the same type of grit that young man showed in his fight, Abdullah Mason. He didn't show the same type of grit that a lot of other fighters show. That man got up, went to his corner, and he allowed his father to stop that fight, looking pitiful as shit in the corner. He didn't want no get back. He didn't want to try it. That's his first time you get dropped in your career, and that's what you show us. Like, man, so him getting dropped twice shows that he got stuff to work on, which we already knew. He's a young fighter getting better, but he know it now. regardless of how many yes men that man has or who's in his corner, his father or team or whatever, that man know he got some shit to work on. And his team know it too, and everybody else. I think this is growing pains. I think this didn't bring down his stock at all. If anything, people should like him even more. I was anticipating his fight while I was there. I knew it was going to be a knockout and it was going to make the card a little bit better because everybody was going the distance until he fought. The fact that he got dropped is a bonus. That made the shit even more entertaining. And it's not good for him, but it could be. Depending on how he looks at it, it's not a loss. You won that fight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mason. Eggs. Them one payday. You want payday? I know that. Royd's calling out smaller fighters. Bet. That's right. He's talking about Sauce. Yes, I had to play it. Calling out a guy 2 weight classes under. They say, yeah, he want that money, egg rage. Cut down to 135 and get knocked out, bitty boy. This weak as shit calling out a guy 2 weight classes below you. Boost looking like been getting stopped at 9, right? I love it too. I think it showed his character in the ring and also his mental coming off the canvas. Yes, I'm very proud of him and think it's good for him. I think it is. I think he's going to come back even better. And knowing that you can't just fly through these opponents the way you think you can. And some of these people going to not be scared and try to get theirs out on you before you get yours. Because that was the first round that shit happened. The best round in boxing. Yeah, I think it was the best fight of the card. Badula Mason, even though you got dropped twice, that was the best fight of the card, in my opinion. Mason had his Zab Judah moment. It's something to watch. I hope he doesn't have a creamsicle for a chin. Nah, I hope not. Getting dropped is a part of boxing. It is. And Danny stopped boxing that day. He didn't want no more Laura. He hunted him down, though. That's why you hunted Laura down. You called him out for years. To end the fight like that? Really? That's how you're going to do it? You're going to end it like that? Let me say this about Tio real quick. Excuse me. Tio has the best names calling him out for the last 12 months in boxing. For the last year, he's had some of the best names at 140 pounds call him out, yo. Teofimo Lopez has been ducking majorly in the last 12 months. Majorly. He don't want any fights, man. Elvis Rodriguez, Kenneth Sims, Arnold Barbosa, Keyshawn Davis, Jack Catterall, Devin Haney, and the list goes on and on, has called this man out in the last 12 months. It's the same guy that was complaining about how much money he makes and how much money other people make. Pocket watching. Being mad that Top Rank is signing black fighters. He's the biggest duck thus far. And it's not even close. He need to get punched in his mouth the next time he speaks about fighting someone that isn't calling him out. For real, yo. Somebody that's not in his weight class or somebody that's not calling him out. I'm not trying to hear shit. He has some of the best names calling him out at 140. Him being the champion, Matias was calling him out. Pedro, everybody is calling this man out. Nobody should even be talking about who Tank is fighting. Nobody should even be talking about who Tank is fighting, yo. T.O. has been saying racist shit and ducking for 12 months. And we still talking about Tank fighting Lamont Roach, and y'all know that he wanted to fight Lomachenko. I think Tevin's going to get his ass beat. I think William Cepeda is I punch first, second, third, fourth, and last type of fighter. And Tevin Farmer's never dealt with that. Tevin Farmer looked good in his last fight versus Raymond Mortaya. Raymond Mortaya, in my honest opinion, is the lightweight Joe Joyce. Kinda. He moves slow as shit. Okay? Cheese moves slow as shit sometimes in the ring. That slow ass pace. That is easy for Tevin Farmer to look good with. Not Zepeda. Zepeda's gonna put a hurting on that boy. You hear me? He's gonna hurt him. Yeah. Grape in a food fight. Moses. Oh, shit. Yeah, I bet he did. Oh, yeah, you like my shirt? But T.O., man, we talking about Gervonta Davis fighting Lamont Roach because other people either already had a fight, already busy doing something else, or don't want to fight, like Lomachenko. He had to settle on Lomachenko, people hating it. The last time Tank settled, he moved up and fought Mario Barrios. Y'all know if you can rewind that and remember, people didn't even like that Tank was fighting Mario Barrios. They didn't even respect it. Some diehards did, but a lot of people did not respect that Tank was fighting Mario Barrios when they announced that fight. They were hating on that. So you can't make everybody happy. And I've been saying that a long time ago. Yo, Tank don't need y'all. T.O. is a waste of time. T.O. got Keyshawn calling him out. Keyshawn said that he's moving out the weight class because he's there. Oh my God. Nobody cares about what T.O.'s doing. He's saying racist comments and standing on it, backing it up, saying it no matter who's in the room. He got people allowing him to get away with it. I'm going to play his next video, and it's going to further explain what I just said. Claggett is a hot dog vendor, and he still went to this. He had Teal eyes looking like two radishes. He beat Teal up. Not trying to hear it. He was hurting Teal. All right.
At Domino's, we're all about cheesy.
I gotta play this.
Before we lost connection was just, obviously but y'all know better than anybody. What do you think about those comments, Gary?
He asked Gary about Teal comments. Here you go.
He made these comments. It depends how you view them. I mean, obviously the popular opinion or the
Listen to this.
That he was being racist, but y'all know better than anybody. What do you think about those comments, Gary?
You can take it two ways. You know what I'm saying? You could take it as some people could misconstrue that as a racial slur. But that could just be part of his personality as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a touchy feely situation. You know what I'm saying? It's a slippery slope talking about that. You know, especially saying it in the content like that. You know, someone from the other ethnic group. You know, and to be honest with you, shit, I think they like our cousins anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know the Garys is some punks, but I didn't expect him to take the pussy way out. I'm sorry for my language. I didn't expect him to say that. Okay. I didn't know that they had a friendship with T.O. But during that interview, all of them said that they're cool with T.O. T.O.'s cool. Like they got a friendship. You understand me? He said during the interview what T.O. remarks was none of the Gary Russells knew that he said anything about a banana or a monkey towards anybody. They didn't even know. So when they heard it, instead of getting mad, this is what their reaction was. Now, he's gonna say he's always every time he's been around, he's just been cool. We've never heard him say nothing like that. Now, the boxing public knows his father says the N-word and knows he's used it on camera more than once. Okay. For them to say we never heard nothing like that just further tells me that T.O. watched his mouth when y'all was around him. And if you heard that he said that on camera about two other fighters, and I know y'all don't care about, you don't care nothing about Bud, don't care nothing about Tank, but being that you heard him say that, you just found out, that should not be your response. If you don't want to touch it, just say I'm not touching it. But to be like, oh, I can see how or why somebody would say that. Okay, bet money. If Tank come out and call all three of y'all the same thing he called Tank and Bud, I bet you both of them, I bet you Gary would be going live talking about Tank. T.O., you can get it. I guarantee you. This is what I'm saying. Like, y'all just, a lot of people hate to the level of miscommunication and misunderstanding on a racist level. You understand me? You, just because you don't like another black person should not allow you, somebody that's not black, to call him anything in the book and you be cool with it because you friends with him and you don't like him. That needs to stop. I understand, like, when you mad, but a lot of people, y'all really need to get in control of who you are as a person. You should be able to control the things you say, the things you type, and the things you do with your life. We're all adults here. I know I control the shit that I say. I control the things that I do. I control that. I don't let nobody else get control of it, no matter how mad they're trying to make me. If anything, you're going to set an alarm off on my head that you're trying to make me mad, and then I'm going to do whatever to disconnect myself with you and the conversation. That's how I live my life. I'm not going to sit and allow you to take me wherever you want to take me, whenever you want to take me there. I'm stronger than that. A lot of people need to work on themselves. And that's just how I really feel. You know what I mean? Like, but for them to be like, I can see how. And, it's like they are cousins anyway. So it's cool that he says that somebody's a monkey towards him because of his nationality, even though he's not black. Just think about how that sounds. Don't y'all wear the it doesn't make sense to me. So how you stand it doesn't make sense to me. Your intellect isn't shining through on this situation that you talk about so much. T.O. is racist and I can see through him. Right. Did you hear T.O. say he wants to fight a black boy, but he dug? Yeah, I just realized. Yeah, I just remembered that when you said it. Yeah. It's amazing.
For real. I was like, they are cousins anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what the fuck? But I don't know.
I hope he knows he gave T.O. the right to say whatever he want about him, because you just said, yeah, cousins anyway. Like, what the fuck? With a laughing smile. But it always changes when it's about you. Always.
Could it be something secretly behind it? Possibly. But I can't. I can't pinpoint that. All I can know is my interaction with him, and him as well as his father conducted themselves.
And his father,
they always been cool.
Pop the N-word. Always been cool though.
Nah, look, again, we always
Suchi, Brian King,
I
B,
think sometimes people get misconstrued when something go viral, right?
CFSG.
Like, somebody say something about somebody, it is what it is. But one thing I like to do is ask the question. Whatever the response is, let it be what it is, right? So I think that was their insight and your opinion. You know the man a little bit different, so who better to ask? But let me get back to you, Gary, on some stuff that we didn't get to just yet. So, we left off at DMV and what it means to you. But one thing I wanted to talk about, just picking up from there really quick, 31 and 2 last week
and stuff like that. So I've been like.
Have you heard about the Suboxone?
Oh my God!
Despite
the ads and the commercials, bro.
I just want to lay them out for you. Now, about it, you got Kakachi, you got Lamont, and you got Conceição. He has a fight this weekend against Oshaki. It could very well be Oshaki again. If you were in a position to fight, if your shoulder was in a position where you can get in the ring, ideally, what's the path back for you? Is it 130? Is it 135? Is it one of those guys particularly? What do you see as the way back?
This just like some fantasy shit, right?
Yeah, it's fantasy. Yep. Because obviously you just said right now you're still healing up. You work right. Brothers.
On some fantasy shit, to be honest with you, realistically speaking, if I could have came back in the sport, I would like to have come back at 135. 135 is where I would have wanted to land at. The only thing that would make me make a pit stop or anything like that was Lamont Roach getting mad at what I said, and that made me want to stop at 130 just to, see Lamont Roach just because I gave my honest opinion on some shit that I don't know. But nah, realistically speaking, 135. I would like a fight with Tank. I would have loved to fight with Tank. 35s will.
We talking about fantasy. Stop talking about for real, right? You're talking about this shit for over 5 years. It's never happened.
35, I would want my motherfucking leg back with Lomachenko. I definitely want that one. That's the ones. And then wherever the chips lay at that.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I don't want to hear him talk that much. I was just showing a little bit. Regis. Talking about Regis and Boots and get up out of here. Now, Regis made excuses for his loss. He was like, I guess I can't go 12 rounds no more. And then he was like, I'm too skinny. I need to move up to 147. Instead of just admitting that you're beyond boxing, bro. You're not no boxer no more. He embarrassed himself that fight. He fell just as many times as he got knocked down alone. He fell on his own. And I seen Devin try to take credit for the way Regis looked versus Catterall. Devin, it was a regular fight. Y'all went 12 rounds. You flash knockdown him. That's it. But Ryan beat the brakes off you, Devin. You did not do that to Regis. Now, if you're saying that you did that to Regis, that's why he looked like that, then how the fuck is you going to look when you come back? After beating you tough. This don't make no sense. For the people talking about him versus Blair, I've been said it. I seen them spar each other, 2017, 2018? I seen that spar footage and Blair had the red shirt on. That shit wasn't a good look for Devin. That spar, he was playing the shit. He was playing with Devin. And it looked bad. His father was quiet. Wasn't saying much. Blair was talking shit while he was putting hands on Devin. And his father was quiet and Devin was quiet. They were trying to get the work. He's a tricky, crafty southpaw with footwork and power and speed. Devin will get beat up by Blair Collins, yo. I believe that. I knew that years ago that he would. That is not a good fight. It ain't nothing changed about it. Blair stepped to Boots. You remember that? When Boots had his whole team, his entourage around, he stepped to him talking about he wanted to fight. Devin would never. By himself, he stepped to him. They ain't the same, man. But Boots still have flaws, says Antoine Russell. Kid Austin got dropped. And stopped talking so much shit. You got Boots versus Karen 2. That's coming on today, right? Now, I said years ago that Boots had them flaws. I knew Boots had those flaws as far as not cutting the ring off and being impatient and them type of things. Those type of things can make you look bad in fights. If you win all of them, still make it look bad if you have the right opponent. If you had the right opponent, it can give you a loss. He hasn't had no loss yet, but he has looked bad versus Karen. I'm anticipating this fight. I've been anticipating it since they said they was going to have this rematch. I think it's going to be entertaining just to see how he handles Karen. And Karen seems very confident coming in this fight. I think it's going to be fire. You hear me? Salute to Gio James. I'm finna get on up out of here, though. I really am. I need to. I want to see Lomo versus Tank for sure. Yeah. Loma's scared. Beat Devin. How do you think Boots will fare up in a rematch today? I think he's going to look a lot better in this fight. I think he should stop Karen late in the rounds, honestly. If he takes his time and he just touch him and do him right, if he fight Karen the way he fought Villa, but be more careful and planning out and cutting off the ring, I could see a 10th round stoppage. Karen is bold, yeah. This bald killer vibe, yeah, he is bald. Boots better watch out. Yeah, he coming in there. He ain't trying to lay down though. He trying to come in here for the win though. But salute to everybody that came in the building, man. I'm finna be gone, man. Holla at your girl. I see y'all next Saturday. Peace, love, and soul. You hear me?
Perfect.